This will substitute it with Worcestershire sauce. I believe I'm saying that right. Pepperoncinis, pepperoncini peppers. Worcestershire sauce is Worcestershire sauce. The pepperoncini peppers. Pepperoncini peppers right here. Hey, how's it going? My name is Gregory Yang, and today we are making Bloody Maylees. Yes, you heard me correctly. It's not a Bloody Mary, but it's a Bloody Maylee. A Bloody Maylee is essentially my version of a Bloody Mary with a Southeast Asian and a Japanese twist. Let's get started. So first things first, we are going to grab our cup that we will place the future Bloody Maylee in. I am going to first get some lemon to get a little moisture on the edges. And then I will salt the rim with the Chinese chili flake mixed in with some celery salt. As you can see, it's nice and lovely salted right there. It looks kind of intimidating, but don't be scared. We're gonna actually now put this cup away. Just sit there. And now I have these two other cups featuring Minnesota and Ariel. With these right here, we are going to assemble what's inside the Bloody Maylee. So first things first, I'm gonna get some wasabi to substitute for our horseradish. I like to get 2 butter knife tips on it and just plop it in here. All right, I then like to give it a nice little mix as well too, just because it's kind of hard to break down when everything kind of comes together in your cocktail. We are going to add some fish sauce now. This will essentially substitute, gosh, what would it substitute? This will be the substitute for the Worcestershire sauce. This will be the substitute for the horseradish. I'm just gonna be very liberal when placing it in there. Flavor is key when making a bold drink like this. I don't really measure out my food, and I know that's a terrible idea, but I feel like with something like a Bloody Mary or a Bloody Maylee, you kind of need to go by your own preference right there, especially if you're making it for yourself. And so I like mine really flavorful. Next up, I just added some Thai chilies right here. They're all diced up. This will, and theoretically, replace the hot sauce you put in your Bloody Mary. The lemon that I used to salt the rim, I am going to now just squeeze it in there. Lemon juice is very lovely when making a cocktail. Awesome. Next thing, alcohol. I'm using vodka. I don't have a shot cup in my new apartment. I'm super sorry. Babe, what size is this cup?
It's 1/4 cup.
1/4 cup. There we are. I do also want to note, if vodka is not your preference, you can definitely substitute it with tequila, sake, or no alcohol at all. Make it a virgin. Next up, we are going to throw in our tomato juice. Whoops. Would you look at that? All right, like I said, normally people recommend throwing 4 ounces of tomato juice. I'm gonna eyeball it because that's how I do. Alrighty, all right. Next, we're gonna need some ice. Now it's important not to over ice your Bloody Maylee. We don't want the flavor to water down, and that way it'll taste like a watery cocktail, and nobody likes that. Boop. Instead of shaking or stirring your Bloody Maylee, you're going to use a technique called rolling it. Yeah, you don't want to disrupt it too much right there. That's why we are rolling it. And so rolling essentially means just moving it back and forth, just like this. Being that we're adding the wasabi in here as well too, I recommend rolling it quite often, just because we need to break down that wasabi right there. We are going to grab the salted rim cup. Just pour this on in here. So right now we do have an unfinished product of the Bloody Melee right here. Next up is the garnishes right here. You can do a bunch of things. You know, go old school, throw a celery stick in here. Boop. You can also screw it up right there. You'll have some more fun. You can throw some monk sausage in there. I'm gonna throw 2 on there. And there you have it. So, that's what we have, is a Bloody Melee. Also, I usually like to have a beer back with my Bloody Melees, and the beer of choice is usually a blonde ale. And right now, I have a blonde ale from Invictus Brewing. It is a beautiful Buzz Blonde. Invictus Brewing, beer for the unconquerable soul. Oh, that's so good. That's really, really good. Woo! That's delicious. So there you have it. A lovely Bloody Melee. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching me make this drink. I hope you all have the opportunity to make one of your own at home. Anyways, happy drinking. Cheers. Yeah.